latest update. And considering I'm on stream trying to
All right. Hi, everyone. How is it going? Happy Holi to all of the viewers that are from India. And it's around midnight here in India. But do you know, Local Hack Day was just started, open by the MLH, the Major League Hacking Community over at MLH. So, MLH Share just got opened. The opening ceremony is still going on at twitch.tv/MLH. Be sure to watch that. And here we are today. We will do MLH daily challenge. We will take on one of them and try to complete it. And we will take a look at another cool challenge that we have and get started doing something with it. I'll be using JavaScript in today's live stream, and let's see how far we go. So I'll quickly move over to my other screen that I have right now. So I have now changed my screens. So what you are looking at right now, it is the local Hackday share website that is there. It is localhackday.mlh.io. It is a celebration of hacking, and from all the development communities from around the world, we get together and we share what we have learned over the years. And even if you are new, you can get started and get something going. If you wanted to sign up for this local hack day event, then click on the sign up button right here. It will take you to a link that you can sign up on. As you can see, I have signed in and I have registered and I've checked in for today, the local hack day share event that is going on. So in this local hack day share, we have different events and different challenges that are going on, and there are different live streams also. The LHD share opening ceremony is going on right now, and right now I am also doing a stream when the local hack day share opening ceremony is being done, so that is cool. So far as the challenges go, we first join a guild. Guild is just a smaller community of people that work together in this event, and once we join a guild, we have to do certain challenges. We will be taking a look at one of them today. When you sign up for the local hack day share event, you have to do a couple of the registration challenges as well. So we have the first challenge, as we have to register for LHD share, and we went through that, how we can sign in. If I click on this link right here, it will take me to this page again. Then we also get some cool swag when we participate in local hack day events. So if you want to receive those, fill up your address and the swag form. Then we have a great MLH community Discord as well. So join the Discord server for the Major League Hacking community. And once that is done, go over to discord.mlh.io. Let me go to it again and join a guild. So when we go to this discord.mlh.io, we have to sign in with our Discord account. So once we sign in with Discord, we will get to this page, and as you can see that I am currently a member of a guild named Hub. Hub is a great community of people who come together, and for us, collaboration comes first and code comes second. So that's our motto. That's why I'm live streaming today, because collaboration is the key. When I go through some of the challenges on my own and you get to see that, you also get inspired to code. So once you have joined the guild, you can also do a optional challenge. That is, you have to sign up for a Linode account and you get $100 in platform credits. So make sure you do that also. Who does not love free credits? So today we have a couple of challenges in front of us right now. The first, Not Light Share Edition, is another challenge that we are recreating a site without previewing any of the code beforehand. So that is also accompanied by another live stream on the MLH Twitch channel. So that is that event going on. And we have a build with a starter pack challenge, an animated GIF, a video playlist project, and we can also design something that other hackers can use, maybe some design tips and all. Then we also have another challenge in which we have to write a hello world program in a language that we have never coded in before. So that is also a cool challenge to see. We have to also join the guild chat and say hello in it. So if you had already gone to discord.mlh.io and joined the guild, like I joined Hub today, so if you have joined that, just put up a message, hello, and submit a screenshot to the forms or the dev post thing that they have going right now. So after that, we have a challenge to register a domain and setting up a project on GitHub. That is really essential. We must know how to set up a project on GitHub in today. So make sure you go to the MLH Twitch channel and also watch the live stream on how to set up a project on GitHub. So I'm thinking that we should go ahead and start with this challenge here first. That is the hello world in a new language. So as you might probably see that I already have a tab open. But yeah, no surprises. Today we will be writing a hello world program in Rust. Now what is Rust? Let us Google that. Rust language. So Rust is another programming language that is designed for performance and safety, and it's supposed to be an alternative or similar to C++, but it has a memory safety. So that is the thing. So it seems cool that there is a new programming language that I have not coded in before today. So let us write a hello world program in Rust. Why not? So how do we write a program in Rust? What I have in front of me is the REPL.it console. So you can, it is a nice editor that we can write the code online and even run it on the compiler, and we get to see the output here. So let us see the documentation for the Rust language. Rust language documentation. Let us Google that. So we have a documentation for Rust. So this is the Rust reference. Let us go to the introduction and see some example code. Let us look at functions. Oh, right back, we saw something. So the code snippet for the Rust language looks something like this. I guess this is a function declaration, and we have a main function, just like C++ also has a main function as its entry point, and we have a print line exclamation mark, and this is some string. This is a code example, so I'm assuming what this code will do is it will print this message. This is a code example onto the console. Let us try it out. So I copied and pasted it in here. So let us see what it does. So I click on run. Yeah. Is my audio working? I need to check that. Let me have a look. Yes, I guess my audio is working fine. Sorry for the interruption right there. But this is a code example that we have going on. So in the Rust language, we have written some code from the documentation itself. And when we ran this code, this is a code example got printed onto the console. So let us see if we can do this. Then if I type hello world, then it should also print hello world to the console. So now let us take a look at how we can spice this example up. Let us take a look at how to declare functions then. So the functions, if we have to write a function, this is the format that they have. So let me zoom in. I guess this is function declaration, as we also seen in the main function declaration. We also have that here. This is the function identifier, I guess. This is a function signature. So this is the name of the function. In this case, it is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. A hitchhiker's reference right here. This is the return type, I guess. There is no argument here, so I am guessing this function does not take any arguments. Okay, so the function parameters, yeah. So here first is the function name, and it accepts a set of function arguments or parameters. I'm guessing these are integers, 32-bit integers. So they accept a couple of set of 32-bit integers and also return a 32-bit integer as a value. So how do we get this going? Let me take a look back at the code. Let us declare a function, say anything, and let us accept a couple of arguments. Let's say num1. This will be a 32-bit integer, I guess. Yeah, if that is a 32-bit integer, we should have access to that number in our code also. So let us do something like this. We print the number to the console. Does that work? Now in the main function, let us comment that out and call anything with, let's say, 1 2 3. Hi everyone joining in to the stream. We are just going through one of the local hack day share challenges. Local hack day is a week-long hackathon that is going on, and it is being organized by Major League Hacking. And right now I am doing a challenge, this hello world in a new language. I had not used Rust anytime in my career, so right now I am learning how to use Rust and how to create a hello world application in Rust. So as so far we have covered how can we print a hello world. I guess we have done the challenge, but let us spice up things a bit. So I am trying to figure out how we can declare our own functions and all. So the compiler is screaming at me right now that we do not have a return type. So how did they define a return type? Yeah, so they wrote it at this place right here. So I also return an integer, 32-bit integer. So does that work? No, that should be a string literal. So the compiler is helping me out by saying that I should have this code instead of this code. So that is great for this language, I guess. So I'll write something like this. Okay, I was not supposed to put that there, but instead I had to put it here. Thank you everyone who is joining me right now. So it expected a 32-bit integer but found nothing. Okay, so we probably have an issue. Okay, it expected something and we are not returning an integer. I guess that might be the case. So let me return this number only. Does that work? Okay, so it requires a semicolon at the end of each statement. That is what we figured right now. So yeah, 1 2 3 got printed out. So what if I do not want to return anything from this function? How does it help? So we can have I guess functions that don't return anything. the function return type, I guess. Let me search for it real quick. Return a void in Rust. I guess this is a Rust language forum. So okay, if a function does not return anything, we can use this, I guess. Okay, or even this would work. So if we put an exclamation mark right there, and if we run it again, does that work? No. Okay. Oh, that works. So I used this right here. So if we have nothing to return, we can use a set of parentheses to say that we return nothing. Okay, so now we know how to have a function, a custom function that prints a number to the console. But let us go ahead and see if we have something for strings, because we would like to concatenate something like my plan is that I would accept a name of a person as an argument to this function, and then we would print out hello comma and the name of the person or world, as the case may be. So let us see if we can do that. Let me search for string. So these are the string literals. Okay, we can have multi-line strings with a backward slash. Okay, let me search how to use strings in Rust. Let me search for that. So according to the documentation, there are two types of strings in Rust: the string class, I guess, or and ampersand str. So a string is stored as a vector of bytes, the string with a capital S, and ampersand string is a slice. Okay, and that can be used to view into string. So I guess we will use a string then. So I if I have this as a string, and I was just taking a look at the chat, and let us say 2, I want to accept an argument to say that who is to whom I should say hello to. So if I have that and I write here 2, and if I type MLH, will it say MLH? No. So it expected a struct of, I guess this is standard library, string and found and str instead. So okay, there is a toString method, I guess. So let us try toString. Yeah, so that worked. So MLH toString, and we had that as an argument to the function named anything, and we printed the value that is there in the 2 parameter to the console. We have MLH in the console right now. So what I am planning to do is uh, let me rename this function as greeting. So it will accept the name of the person to whom we should greet, and what I am planning to return is uh, I am not printing the hello someone greeting in this function only. What I am planning is I will probably do that in the main function, and in this method right here I will just construct a string to do that. So let us see how we can achieve that. So I guess we will also return a string then if we are going to do that. So string interpolation in Rust, let us search for that. So we are looking for f strings, correct? So okay, so we have a print line with a formatting flag. Okay, that is also okay, and we also have a shorthand for string creation. This is what we are looking for, so I guess this is the f exclamation mark thing. What are these exclamation marks in Rust? Let us search for that. Exclamation in Rust. Okay, so that is a macro. Hmm. So we are looking for the f macro right here. So this was a print line macro. We are looking for the f macro. So we will have something like, okay, so for that they have also given an example of how to do a hello world, but okay, so we will have hello and the name of the variable, I think. Okay, so we can have something like hello comma, and we will have the two right here, I guess, because we have access to that variable in this block, and we will just return this. I guess this will create a string, so that should work. And how do we get to see that? Let us take a look at how to do that. So last time when I did something like this, that if I have greeting to the world, it will complain that there should be this missing string literal to format with. So I will add that to the print line macro call, I guess. uh, so in the before greeting, let me add a string and add a couple of curly braces so that it is now acceptable. So again, it also expects a string. So how do we convert create string from literal in Rust? We have been using the toString method, but is there any other method? Okay, so we have the string from method. We can use that. That would look good. So we can do something like string from this right here. Does that work? Okay, closing parentheses is missing. Cannot find a macro f. So what happened? I am probably looking at some outdated documentation then, because this was an f string. Okay, no, they are using a external module or library, I guess, called f strings. So if I include that, will it work? Cannot find the crate. Okay, so I would need to take a look at the package manager for Rust, I guess. But is there any other way how to format strings in Rust? So there, okay, there is another macro, the format macro, not the f. We were cheating a little by saving a couple of characters, I guess, but like we would have to go with format, and there is no argument named to, so it is an argument. We could do something like this in Python if I remember correctly. Okay, so yes, we have the curly braces here and we have the string as another argument. So let us run this. So yes, we get hello world in the console. So what I am probably thinking of doing right now is I don't want this string from call to be in the main function. So let us fix that. So what is going to happen? It found this ampersand str. So I am guessing this is this is of the type ampersand str. So but we are expecting a string class, I guess, a string object. So if we replace this with ampersand str, will it work fine or will it complain? So it worked fine. Okay, great. So we are so I guess we are done with this challenge then. Hello world in a new language, done. So let me clean it up a little bit. Let me write LHT share greetings. That sounds great. So this LHT share greetings method will greet the user. So that is cool. I'll let us see how we can submit that. It will be useful for you also. So they are saying that we have to submit our hack on the day one dev post. So what they have is let me open it in an incognito window because I am logged in into dev post with my account. So there is this hackathon, this week-long celebration. So you have to join this hackathon once you create an account with DevPost. Now, when you create an account with DevPost for this MLH event, it is imperative to make sure that the Discord email that you use that is same as the DevPost email, and it is also the same as the email that you use in other forms like the address form or the swag form that you come across. So once you click join the hackathon, then you will have access to something like this. Let me open up my dev post. You will click on create project right now, and you will get to create a project and give it a name and description and all in the project overview thing, over a project overview thing that we have right now. So in the project name, I had pre-planned that I will be using Rust, so that is why it is pre-filled. I cheated a little, but I guess it is fine for my first stream. So for the project name, I have hello world in Rust, and for the elevator pitch, I am just giving it a quick description. So let us click save and continue, and the project details, we have to give certain details. Try it out links. This is the link that I will share. The Replit link I will share with them in this dev post submission. This is built with Rust and I've used REPL, so I'll give them the credit. I'll probably add a video demo link to the stream. So about the project inspiration, I wanted to share how to write your first hello world program in a language that you have never written before. If I can spell that correctly, you have never programmed in before. It accepts a string that would represent to whom. Let us skip it. Let us just write that it prints the message hello world. Let me put that in quotes. To the screen. Or we can call it console. How we built it. We referred the official documentation for the Rust language and worked our way through it on a Twitch stream. Challenges we ran into, making sure that the data types were correct. Accomplishments that we're proud of. It works. What we learned, how to work, learned how to work in a new language. What's next for Hello World in Rust? I'll probably skip this. So this is our project story. And should we provide a screenshot? Let us do it. So let me take a screenshot real quick and I'll upload that. And click save and continue. This will be very instructional also, that how you could submit your dev post challenge or for the LHD share event. So I guess this will help everyone. So I click which challenge I am submitting for, and yeah, and then I am checking that I accept the terms and condition, and then I submit my project. So I guess we are live. So our hackathon submission has been published, and yeah, so this is live on DevPost. We have successfully submitted this challenge to the local Hack Day share event. So okay, let us take a quick break. I'll grab a drink in the meanwhile, and you guys enjoy some music. So I'm back again. I grabbed a bottle of water. So now I'm refreshed, and let us get going to another dev challenge for the LHT share event. So I'll quickly go over to the Chrome tab that I had open once again. So now let us take a look at another challenge. This build with a starter pack sounds good to me. I'll probably not finish this challenge on this live stream, but we can get started with it. Let us see what they have in store for us. So if you're enjoying this live stream up till now, what I would like to wrap up again is in a short that there is this local hack day event that is going on. It's a week-long hackathon, and we are sharing whatever we have learned with the community. So for that we are creating a small projects and completing a few challenges. So as far as the stream goes, we have done a hello world in a new language challenge. We wrote a hello world program in Rust, and I just submitted it on dev post. Let me share the link to my dev post submission in the stream chat if anyone wants to see my dev post submission. So let me quickly go over to the Twitch stream manager, and I'm just sharing it on this stream chat. I guess that was shared. So let us work on another challenge now. So build with a starter pack. So they have, I guess, some starter kits, and that is some code that we can quickly build on top of and create our own application for hackathon events like this. So we have to pick one and submit it on dev post. So okay, they have partnered with GitHub for this one. So they have a few hackathon starter kit and guides. So they have one for Python, Node.js, DataStax, Data, Cockroach DB. So I guess I will go with Node.js JavaScript starter kit. I am familiar with the Node.js framework and the JavaScript language. So let's get started with. So okay, this is the GitHub repository. Let me zoom in a bit. So in this GitHub repository, we have some example starter template. I guess it uses Postgres. Okay, so I guess this is a full stack application, and it also has some authentication thing going on. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So it uses Express, SQLize, Bootstrap, and handlebars. Looks pretty good to me. Let's take a look at how this works, so that if you have something if you have an idea to build something on top of this, you can do that. This was last worked on around, so it was updated in 2020. So I guess this code base could have a few issues here and there, so we will debug that as we go with this stream. I'll not submit the challenge for this yet, because I will have to explore a bit, as in what I will build. Maybe in the next live stream I can talk about it. By the way, the next live stream will be going to happen tomorrow only, I guess within 24 hours. So let us clone this. You can use either the HTTPS link or the SSH link or the GitHub CLI command. I will use the GitHub CLI command because I have it installed. So I'll paste it in a terminal window that I have open. I'll just go with the default. So it is cloning the starter code into the folder MLH hackathon Node.js starter. So let me go into that directory real quick. So I'm now in this directory on the master branch. Let us take a look at what code do we have. So this is configured for Heroku also. So we have a package.json file here. Okay, and everything is configured, and we have a couple of scripts to start and deploy this application. It also comes with the README and all of the great stuff. So let us take a look at what we can do. First, let's run npm install so that we have all of the modules installed. So okay, once that is done, let us take a look at the GitHub repo if we have something else to configure. Okay, we have to create an app on GitHub. We will take a look at it, why there is need for it. Okay, so let us first start this application. So it is using port 5000 by default, so I am guessing it is a web app. So let us go to localhost 5000. This, by the way, is a starter code that MLH have already given a link to in their challenges page. So this is not something I have created. So using this hackathon Node.js starter, so this is the thing. They have a template, looks really good. There they have a tutorials section. So okay, this example requires an authenticated user, so I'm guessing probably they are using GitHub authentication. Yes, so they are sending the client ID and the client secret, and then trying to log us in and authorize us with that. So we have a good template to work on top of. It also uses nodemon, so whenever we make a change to one of the source code files, it automatically restarts the application for us. So that is great. Let us see the configuration if we have anything. Okay, so it probably uses a Postgre database that is hosted on localhost. So and this is the database name. So okay, I will not use this database name. I will name it something like lhd underscore dev. I'll quickly go over to the console, and on another tab right here, I'll probably start the Postgres command line tool. So we have to create a new database. So create database lhd underscore dev. So that database is now created. So this exists, and for username and password we will have to give it some credentials. So let us see where it is pulling where is it authenticating this database connection. So it uses the SQLize ORM. So then okay, in the models folder we have some database stuff going on. Okay, it is using the SQLize constructor. Yes, so it is using the config.username and config.password. So we can see where it is pulling config from. So it is pulling config from this. Great. So we can make changes here itself. So I'll add a new username property. That will be Postgres. This is only for my local setup that I have. You might have to change this if you are using a Linode or something other than that. I also have a password for my database, that is Postgres. So this should now work. Now what else do we have? We have an index.js file in the config. So it is exporting all the variables and pulling everything from the environment variables and exporting that for use in our application. And okay, so it is resolving a directory, and in the app, so it will give us give us the directory, it will pass all the directories and give us all of those access to all of those. So in the app directory, we have the actual application. In the index.js file, we have express.js, express session, express handlebar. So we are using the full express suite. It is also configured with compression. Great to hear that. It uses the Morgan request logger. Great. So it is configured with handlebars as a templating engine. I like that. Everything else looks great to me. Then let's take a look at the templates. That looks fine to me. You can change this for a project that you will be doing, obviously, but let's take a look. Okay, controllers. So we have authentication setup, so let us take a look at that. So it is split up into a couple of services as well. So it is using a model view controller thing, I guess. So for the controller, we have the auth controller. So we have a few routes going on. So I guess we have for the logout, we are just restoring the session. For logging into GitHub, we are calling the GitHub constructor and doing some authentication stuff. And then we are using Sequelize. So let us take a look at this thing. Where is it pulling models from? So okay, from the users .js file, we have the definition for this data model. So for the username, we have the username, the avatar URL, and the GitHub ID. Great. And we also have a method that is defined for each user instance. So we are getting the access token and also saving this to the backend for Sequelize ORM. Great to see. So in home, we are just rendering the index template with handlebar. That is also great. In the github.js service, okay, this is where the good stuff is happening. Let us investigate. So this is the API URL. I might have to pull up the GitHub API documentation for this. So we have a couple of URL endpoints, and then we have a class constructor. It is initializing a GitHub class with these information. And for the authorization URL, it is building up this URL, doing some string interpolation using template strings. And okay, so let us take a look at how we can get this application up and running. So let us go to the GitHub repository. So okay, we have to create a new app on GitHub. So we will go over to that link and create a new Oauth application. Let us give it a name. LHD sounds good to me. LHD, let's say with my username so that other people don't get confused. Okay, so we need a homepage URL. Oh, so our application must be accessible to the public. So for that, we will have to have a IP address, or I guess a domain name. But my ISP does not allow connections from outside. I am under a NAT, so I will have to use a tunnel. So let me open up my command line terminal and let me create a tunnel. We are using ngrok to create a tunnel. What it does is we will get a public facing URL, and all of the traffic on that URL will be forwarded to the port that we specified. So we have this. So if we go to this, because we have our application running on this tab, we will have all of this stuff printed to the console. All the requests are being logged, and along with that, so this starter template is now available on this domain, so we can create a new GitHub application with this information. So this will be our home page URL, and then we have to find the callback. So where is the callback? So okay, this will be the callback. So we have, instead of the localhost 5000, we have our domain, and okay, we can just put this part at the end of that URL. So anyone who is joining us at this point in time, what we are doing is we are taking a look at one of the local hack day share challenges. Local hack day share is a week-long hackathon being organized by Major League Hacking, and we are just doing a couple of challenges. We just in the beginning of the stream we did a hello world in Rust, and now we are building something with the start pack that they gave us. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions or if you would like to ask anything. So for this authorization callback URL, we have this going on. I will register this application. So we have a client ID. What else do we need? So we need to create a .env file. Okay, so where is so it must be configured with .env. So let us take a look at where is it calling .env. All right, so where is this file? So it is in the config folder, and we are requiring the .env module in this file. So I guess we would need to have a .env file at the root of the project. So in this we have to paste this sample data that they gave us. Database URL I'll skip. Let us assume that is not available in our environment variable. And for the GitHub client ID, I'll just go to my Oauth application that I just created and paste this in. For the client secret, what you can do is you just need to create a new client secret. The basic thing is you click on this button that is right here, and then you will get to know what is your client secret, and then you copy that over and replace this message with the secret that you get. So I'll quickly do that and switch over to another monitor and do this. So I got my client secret, I pasted it into the file, and I clicked on save, and I closed the file so that you can't see what I'm doing. So then let me get back to my code editor. So we now have that set up. So I guess we have everything set up at this point in time. So one thing that I am noticing is it is using the Axios library to make an HTTP request. But the thing is, it is using a query parameter to send everything. But I worked with a GitHub API recently and it did not work. We had to, in one of our projects, we had to supply it as an authorization token in this format. Then I'll not use the parameters thing that they had provided in the starter template, but it would be something like this. So authorization token, this will be the configuration object that is going to Axios. Same for this one. Instead of this thing, we will have something like this. So we can do this dot access token, and we can save that. Rest everything looks fine to me. The token URL, yes, for that we can pass in the client ID and the client secret as a query parameter. Other than that, let us take a look what else it is doing. So in the index file, it is just exporting all of the code that is in here, all the controllers. So in the home, it is rendering. In the tutorial, it is doing something. So we have a request, we are accessing the query parameters in the get request. If there are any query parameters, we are getting that, and if there is uh, no access token, then we are just returning by just rendering this handlebars template. Other than that, if we have a session, if we have an authenticated user, then we are giving it the access token that is stored in the session, and we are getting the okay, so we are getting the starred and the repositories. Let me take a look at their page, what it is doing. Okay, so get request to this slash user slash start endpoint using the GitHub JS module. Then we will have, okay, it will give us the start repositories for my account. So let us see if this works. So I'll just zoom out a bit. I'll click on this login with GitHub button. Let us see what it does. Okay, so now we have to grant it some permissions. So it wants to get access to my account. I'll authorize it. And then we have an error. Let us take a look at what it is. Okay, the relation users does not exist, because why not? We did not run the migrations. Let us do that right now. So in the index.js, where it is associating every model with each another, let us do something like this: db model name, because then we will have access to each model, and I will synchronize it with our database. So what the sequelize object relational mapper ORM will do is it will create all those tables for us. Then let me restart my application. So it now created this table, and yeah, that is great. If it does not exist, then create the users table and then select everything. So let me go back to this terminal window and go up, and then let me navigate back and refresh our project. If it is running correctly, yes, it is running. So if I click on, now it is authorized, so it should do something. So yes, now I am logged in and it is showing my profile picture and whatnot. And if I go to the tutorials requesting data, okay, now we have a list of the projects or repositories that I have started in the recent past, and I can also search for something right here. So I have this repository, so will I be able to search for something? No. Okay, there might be some error. Okay, some validation has been failed. So now you have my access token, but that would probably be revoked by the time you get to it, because I will be deleting this application. But anyway, so this does not work, but we have uh, some authorization going on. So now we can log in and authenticate ourselves with GitHub, and that did not restart it after the crash. So let me restart it. So because there is no session, I got logged out automatically. So with this starter template, you have this authentication, GitHub authentication going on. So you can use this in one of your projects and build on top of this and save some time and get done with the challenges quickly. So they are saying us to check out the GitHub API, and we can definitely do that. And this is one of the samples that they gave. So great. So if you have any final questions or comments, let me know in the chat. I'll try my best to answer those. And if you guys are wondering what I am thinking of building with this starter pack for this challenge, so I'll probably, after the stream, I'll probably work with the YouTube data API, because we also have another related challenge that there is a video list project. So I guess I'll use the starter pack to create a base for the video playlist project. The people will be able to submit YouTube URLs and create playlists on our platform. So I'll give you an update on that the next time I come live. I have already joined my guild chat, so let me quickly say hello on my guild, and then let us post something on the form, because they require us to submit the screenshot. So let me go to my guild chat. Let me show you what do we have going on. So this is the Hub Discord channel on the MLH server. So I'm typing hello for the challenge. You all are live on Twitch. And let me just take a screenshot of this, and then we can submit it on the form. So let me go to the day one form, and so we have to provide an email. So I'll quickly enter my email, and then let us select which challenge we are submitting for. So I am submitting for the join the guild chat and say hello in it challenge, and then let's just upload a screenshot. So I'll upload the screenshot and click on upload, and then click on submit. So my response has now been recorded, and that is all there is to completing some daily challenges. So on this live stream, we completed 2 full daily challenges for the local hack day event, and we also went through how we can use one of the MLH starter kits to create our own application. Let me take a look at the leaderboard, and here we are. Hub community, this is the guild that I am a part of. It is currently leading with 1016 points. We have 196 members, so that is pretty great to see. Let me go back to the homepage of the MLH local hack day share event. So I guess I'll call it a day. It's been nice to stream after long. I have been busy with my classes and all. You can follow me on Twitter at Scientific Ghosh. That is also linked on my Twitch channel, and I am also putting out some content on YouTube. So it's fine, I guess. I'm just starting out and creating some weekly content and doing these coding live streams for now. Catch you again soon. Let me hop out of this, and you can hear some music on the side while I go. Good night.